This is semester exam review, problem number 3. This says to find f of g of x and g of f of x and the domain of each. So this is called a composite function. And what this symbolism means, f of g of x, well, you start with the back one, which in this case, in this first problem, is g of x. So you start with the g of x, which is the 2x squared minus 3x, and you substitute it in to the x for f, for the function f. So you're going to take out this x and replace it with 2x squared minus 3x plus 5, which gives us 2x squared minus 3x plus 5, but then we still have that little minus 4 up there. So which minus 4 am I talking about? I'm talking about this minus 4 right here. So that minus 4 has to be put there. Now your instructions on my math lab are going to always be to simplify it. So you have to combine your like terms, which gives you 2x squared minus 3x, and positive 5 and a negative 4 is 1. And that's the answer. You don't have to try to factor it or anything like that. That is the answer. Right now, the domain. Since there's no x in a fraction, and because there's no restrictions on what x can be, there's no radicals involved, so x can be anything. That means our domain is all real numbers, but it's going to want it in interval notation. So if you don't give the answer in interval notation, then you've missed part of the problem. Interval notation means, for infinite solutions or all real numbers, means that we want all the real numbers from a negative infinity to infinity. And that's the domain. Right now, the next one, we want to start with the f of x. So we want to take f of x and substitute it in to g of x. So g of x is 2 times x squared. I'm taking the x out and replacing it with f of x, which is x minus 4, squared. Minus 3 times x, but x is now x minus 4. And plus 5. Again, that x minus 4 I have to FOIL. So I get 2 times x squared minus 8x plus 16. And I have to distribute the negative 3. So I get a minus 3x plus 12. And then I still have my plus 5. Now I distribute that 2 and I get 2x squared minus 16x plus 32 minus 3x, and 12 plus 5 is plus 17. All right, now I need to combine all my like terms and simplify this. So I get f of g of x is 2x squared minus 19x plus 49. And that's the answer. And again, its domain, since its domain has no radicals, no fractions, nothing I have to be concerned about, so any number can go in there. So its domain is all real numbers, which is a negative infinity to infinity, and that's the answer.